There are so many things that we wish we knew at the beginning of our system healing journey that we wanted to share them with you now, so maybe you can learn some things before you make the mistakes that we did. Hi, hello, hi. My name is Marion. I am the host of IllumināDID. We are a DID system that works to dispel stigma surrounding the disorder, educate regarding RAMCOA and TBMC trauma, and be a resource for survivors, their families, and their care teams. Today's video is kind of a, flashback, throwback, what's the word I'm looking for here? I haven't found it. I don't know what it is. But today's video is essentially things that we wish we could look back at ourselves in 2018 when we first found out about the disorder and us having it and tell ourselves this. There's a lot of things we wish we knew then that we know now that would have been so helpful to the process of actually healing, coming to terms with being a system, not feeling like we were faking, not feeling like everything was just a lie. So we wanted to put them together in a video for you to know. Now, the video itself was inspired by a wonderful person that we follow on Twitter named DocuSense. I probably said that wrong, but this is the post, this is the tweet right there. We'll put it on the screen for you. This person is wonderful, fully disclaiming, just, so we'll leave it up there. But we want to disclaim, this person is just a person existing with a disorder. They exist. They're a human, just like me. I am taking an educational advocacy route. They are not. They are not fronting themselves as an educator, as someone who teaches. They just happen to have thoughts and they post them online. Do not go to them demanding answers, demanding learning, because that is not what their account is for. Their account is theirs to share things, to share camaraderie, to sort of relate to other systems. That being said, they did post the tweet that is on screen right now, and it spurred a lot of thoughts for us. So we asked them and we reached out to them to get permission to post or to create a whole video in the vein of this tweet. And they gave us their permission and their blessing. And so without further ado, let's just get into the things that we would tell ourselves, All right, if you noticed the camera change, like an angle of the camera changed, you are correct. I wanted to adjust it because it felt a little wonky looking at it with the way it was going. So let's get into it. The first thing that we would say is your trauma is real and your body is not lying to you. You cannot fake somatic symptoms and you cannot fake symptoms of PTSD. If you're having the symptoms of PTSD, of trauma, of surviving trauma, trust your body. It is not lying to you. The next thing we would say is you do not need to know everything that happened to you. Not right away. Your system will let you know as your healing progresses. Your body and your brain will let you know as you move through the processes of healing. If you force things before your body is ready to cope, it will cause more harm than good. Give yourself time to process what you know and to learn about new things. Don't force it, don't dig, and don't demand that your brain relinquish all the trauma right away. It's not a good idea. Even if you think it is, I promise you, it is not. Trust the smallest parts of your system. Trust your littles, trust your smalls, trust the little kids in your system. They've been around the longest and they know the most. Yes, they may be the most affected by the trauma, but when they begin to start healing, they will have the most power to help you come to terms with healing as an older part in the system. So don't be scared of your littles. Don't be frightened of the smalls. Don't be terrified of the tiny tots. They are there because that's who you were. That's who you were before trauma occurred. They remember your being, your intrinsic self. They are wise. You need to trust them. Now, this is kind of a big one because I see it a lot in system online work where you're assigning roles to alters. Oh no, what's my role? You are more than your role. Your role is absolutely part of why you are created as an alter. It's part of why you are formed. However, once you find safety, once you're in a place where you're trying to start healing, your role is less important. Your role is more, at that point, a signpost, a guide to point you in the direction of how you need to heal, what steps you need to take, the path you want to try. It does not dictate who you are. Your role is simply what made you, what created you internally, what dissociative event made you who you are. It is not what you can become, and it is not who you are after trauma. Who you are after trauma is something for you to decide. You are allowed to grow beyond your role. You are not your role. Your role simply tells you how to heal easily, the best way to approach your healing. You are more than the role that you are. You can grow beyond it. You can do other things. Remember that. Understand that you are an individual in thought, in the brain, not in the body. Yes, we feel different. We look different compared to each other internally. We act differently. We carry the body differently. We use the vocal cords differently. Things are different in the way that we present, which is why in a medical field, they will use the term presents as, not is, because you are not your alter or the part. You are not physically shape-shifting to become who you see yourself as internally. It sucks. It's something you have to come to terms with. You will never be able to shape-shift the body to be who you are internally, and that is okay. Your creation was to protect the body. Your creation was not to be a whole new other person. Your creation was not to be a free, I'm going to live my own life in spite of what the body needs. That is not what our creation is for as alters, as parts in a system. Our creation is to protect the body, because without us, the body would have been hurt, would have been irreconcilably traumatized. As it is, we exist and we can still live because we were created. You cannot be a physically different person from the body, as much as you may feel that way internally in your mind. As much as we feel, as Calliope feels like someone who has blonde hair, the way Tristan feels like a young man, we understand the body is female. We understand that on a core level. That does not mean that we cannot be who we are internally. That does not mean that when Tristan, our gatekeeper who is male, is out, he doesn't get referred to as he. Our partner calls him he, him, dude, talks to him the way Tristan likes to be spoken to. We are not saying you cannot treat yourselves as individuals. We are saying, in order to heal and move forward with life, you must accept that as a logical fact. That does not mean you have to deny each other's individuality. Individually, you are different. Individually, you think different. Individually, your thought processes are different because it helped you form who you are as a whole system body. But at the end of the day, you cannot split yourself off from the body and be a new person, and you must accept that fact. In the same way I don't look the way the body looks, that is okay. I'm okay with that, because the body is living a life, and we want to make that life the best life it can be. In the vein of this previous thought, you all must find common ground. It does not matter what that common ground is. If that common ground is simply survival, simply staying alive, great. Our personal common ground is making sure that the real life small one, who is our child, is living a happy and wholesome childhood. We want them to have the childhood that we didn't have, and therefore, that is the goal that unites us as a system. Make sure that our real life child has a happy life. For you, it may be make sure that the system can survive and live happily alone. Make sure that the system can find someone they trust. Your goals will be different depending on who you are as a person, as a whole, as a body. But your system must be united behind that goal, whatever that goal is. That is how you are going to heal and move forward. Otherwise, you will constantly be at war with each other. Healing and how it looks is going to be different for each individual. There's a very big thing online in the sense that, healing looks different for everybody, blah, 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 but that's an excuse for faking. No, it is not. Every individual's psyche, the way you think, the way you process the world around you, is going to be different than the next person. Therefore, the methods used in order to heal your trauma are going to be different for each person. Do not compare yourselves in the healing process to another person. Comparison is the killer of joy. You will not be satisfied with your method of healing if you compare yourself. Do you feel better now than you did 3 months ago? Then you're healing. You're moving forward. Do not compare your healing, and do not judge your healing based on others. You are not the bad things that happened to you. You are not your trauma. You are not only the negative things that occurred in your life. Those may be the things that formed your thought processes. Those may be the reasons why you have so many people in your brain, but it is not you. And you can grow beyond the experiences that you went through as a child and heal from them and live a fulfilled life. You don't need to seek final fusion in order to find that fulfilled life, but you do need to trust that you can move beyond what you feel right now. You have to trust that it gets better, because it does. But you have to believe it first. I can't tell you it'll feel better, you're gonna do so much. I can't tell it to you. I could say it till I'm blue in the face, but you have to believe me. Trust that you can heal. It is not impossible. I promise it is not. We've survived some serious nonsense. We have survived waterboarding and torture. You can heal. You can move forward. I promise you, you can. Promise. And I'm going to end on this one because it might seem kind of vague, but it is very important. Communication is how you're going to heal. You have to talk to each other. You have to talk to each other. You have to try. Even if you don't like each other, even if you don't get along right away, you have to try. Because at the end of the day, all of you were created by one pink, or I guess gray matter, one flesh object. One thing created all of you in order to protect one body. There is common ground in there. You have to learn how to communicate in order to find it. You will never find it if you continue to ignore each other, if you try to push each other away, if you judge each other. You have to learn to communicate. You must. Otherwise, healing is impossible. You cannot heal without communication. You cannot heal without learning to trust each other. So, these are things that we wanted to be able to tell ourselves now, then.
When will then be now? Soon.
These are things that we wanted to be able to tell our system, and that we wish we could tell ourselves and go back in time and say, but it's where we are now. We've learned these lessons now. It's helping us heal. It's helping us move forward. And if you're learning about your system and you're just now realizing this is where you are, oh no, there's more than one of us in the brain, I hope this video is helpful to you, because these are things that we wish we had known off break, and I hope it helps. I do. I really do. Remember, you are safe. You are loved. And we appreciate everything that you guys do on this planet. Even if all you do is pick up litter once in a while, all you did was wake up and feed your cat, hell, all you did was roll out of bed and not choose death. I'm proud of you. You're doing great. You're wonderful. I'm glad you're here. Stay safe. Lots of love to everybody. Talk to you soon. Subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to know more about when we upload, and we'll see you in the next video. All I love. Bye.